Oluyemi Oluleke Osinbajo, Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, was born on March 8, 1957 at Creek Hospital in Lagos. Yemi, a professor of law and a senior advocate of Nigeria, is married to Oludolapo Osinbajo, who is the granddaughter of the late Chief Obafemi Awolowo, and the union is blessed with 3 children. As a leader with critical thinking, sound economic ideas, integrity, foresight, and charisma, Professor Yemi Osinbajo is admired by many people who want him to be the next president of Nigeria. A quick reference is the Southwest Group, who held a pre-declaration briefing in Lagos a week ago, precisely on the 10th of April, 2022.
As the chairman of the National Economic Council, he has promoted novel ideas to keep our country growing. It was under his watch as the head of the economic recovery team that Nigeria became one of the first countries to exit the recession brought about the unexpected pandemic that hit the world 2020. With his guidance, Nigeria has moved up several steps in the global ease of doing business ranking. He has the biggest promoter of small and medium-scale enterprise by always advocating for them to be supported by government and traveling around the country to meet them individually. He was also the instigator of the many variants of the government social investment programs that have fed over 9 million primary school children and given succor to millions of petty traders. Professor Yemi Osinbajo's intervention have led to Nigeria becoming the home of no less than six unicorns in the tech space: Microsoft, Google, and other international technology giants are beating the path to Nigeria following meeting with the brilliant vice president. He is highly regarded in the NGO world and has earned the respect and accolade of the leadership of great nations like Canada, France. He is truly a real gem. One Nigerian can ill afford to miss at this time. We again appeal to Mr. President, His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, all 36 state governors, FCT, all the senators, the 360 members of the National Assembly, the 774 local government chairmen, and all the leadership of the All Progressive Congress, APC, to endorse a worthy candidate in Professor Yemi Osinbajo and give Nigerians a taste of his brilliance. Let us join hands with you to lift our country into greatness under the leadership of a true God-fearing man. Being a part of the current administration, Professor Yemi Osinbajo understands the challenges faced by this country and will hit the ground running when sworn in on May 29, 2023. With him on the ballot, we are sure, OSC is very, very sure, that he will harvest votes from every region in the country and become an inspiration to the millions of educated Nigerians across the world who are only looking for a good enough reasons to return home. With him in the saddle, the Japa mentality of our youth will be put on hold and economy will progress exponentially. He is the best for our nation.
Since that event and subsequent declaration of the vice president to run for the 2023 presidential bid, there have been reactions from different quarters.
We have been following him even before he became the vice president. We have studied him from the time he became the commissioner for justice in Lagos, and even before then, while he was working with Prince Bola Ajibola, the former Attorney General of the Federation. But these past 7 years, we have seen his antecedents. He's probably the most pragmatic vice president Nigeria has ever produced. Probably the most celebrated vice president Nigeria has ever produced. The most cerebral, and someone who is able to have a grasp of the situation. Somebody who is able to reel out facts and figures, and who is able to analyze figures and facts and resources. And we feel very strongly that that's the kind of person we need in Nigeria. In the course of his vice presidency, he had opportunity of being the acting president for the country in a few times. And within those few weeks, we've been able to see what this man, the vice president, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, has been able to do.
Politics is very dynamic. We don't know what's coming at the end of this. There is no internal tussle. He's exercising his constitutional right. If he wanted to now and they said no, then the whole world can now say, look at it. He's not allowed to. But he wanted to. And remember, people have been saying it since. And there have been political movements, as it were, that have been forming on his behalf.
As event unfolds, with many other presidential aspirants joining the race, Nigerians are, however, praying that at the end of the day, whoever wears the crown will have the interest of the masses at heart.
God will raise for us a government that will think about the next generation, not just the next election.